Cell 3, the variants. If you feel like some variety and you really want to squeeze maximum strength and power out of your abs, there are a few good extra exercises you can use to help you do that. None of them are crunches, and none of them require expensive machines or those little electric shock gizmos. Instead, we're going to show you the way convicts have done it, using old-school exercises which work by harnessing pain and sweat. Let's do it. Sitting kips. Sitting kips are a great exercise for putting some explosive snap back into tight hip flexors. Many great abdominal exercises build muscle and power, but they are performed with quite a slow cadence. This does nothing for your hip flexor speed and power, but sitting kips are the solution. If you combine sitting kips with bridges to keep your hip flexors supple, your hips will never ever become slow and tight, like they are in a lot of muscle men. You begin sitting kips by sitting in a kneeling position on your shins and instep. With an explosive upwards movement, you flip your knees up and out and land on your feet. An athlete who adds seated kips to his or her routine will always have hip flexors with a snap needed for explosive agility. Training ideas. Once you get good at doing kips efficiently, they don't take much out of the body, so you can practice them any time. You might want to add them to your current workout or put them in a separate agility workout. You can do kips anytime, but they work particularly well as a drill after bridges when the hips are loose. To stay sharp, you don't need to do more than a set of 10. If this gets too easy, try doing seated kips with less arm swing, so the power comes directly from the hips. When you get really explosive, you'll be able to do kips with your arms folded on your chest. L-holds. L-holds are an old gymnastic strength exercise, but they're also popular with advanced martial artists who want to develop steely midsections. You might have seen pictures of Bruce Lee doing this exercise. L-holds work similar muscles to the straight leg raise, but whereas leg raises are dynamic, they involve moving strength. L-holds are static. They are essentially the top position of a straight leg raise, but done with the arms holding you off the floor instead of hanging. Training ideas. It looks simple, but holding your legs off the floor while you're perfectly straight takes great hip and abdominal strength, plus strong quads and a supple lower back. Compared to hanging raises, you also need greater arm strength to press your body weight off the floor. Just like leg raises, you can learn this technique progressively by beginning with bent legs and straightening them out as you get stronger. L-holds are not superior to leg raises because they don't build functional dynamic strength where the muscles and limbs have to move. But they are a great alternative to leg raises, maybe when you can't hang off something. They're also good maybe if you have a nagging hip injury, because you can train all the muscles of your midsection isometrically without having them rub up and down over the joints. Jackknife sit-ups. We've just shown you the 10 steps of the leg raise series, and if you've read the Convict Conditioning Manual, you'll know how to perform sit-ups correctly too. Jackknife sit-ups are an interesting exercise because they form a missing link between these two exercises. They are a combination of a leg raise and a sit-up. Start lying on the floor with your arms straight out behind your head. Raise your trunk and legs at the same time and bring your arms up to touch your toes or instep. Only your butt should be on the floor at the top of the movement. Reverse the motion for the negative and complete your reps. Try to keep your legs fairly straight throughout the exercise. Bending the knees makes things easier. Training ideas. Because you are raising your torso as for a sit-up and your legs also, only your butt should make contact with the floor, acting as a hinge. This introduces the balance factor into the exercise, which places further demands on the midsection and abs. For these reasons, jackknife sit-ups are a fairly demanding sit-up variant. They're recommended for athletes whose sit-ups have reached high numbers to add intensity. They also work well for variety or as an ancillary exercise to toast your abs after standard leg raises. Hanging circles. Hanging circles are a very powerful exercise which activate all the muscles of the waist, abdomen, and rib cage. Whereas in hanging leg raises you lift your legs up and down, for hanging circles you swing your legs in as wide a circle as possible. First clockwise, then anti-clockwise, and so on. This circle motion does a lot to activate the obliques and flanks of muscle at the side of the waist, as well as all the little hip and inner and outer thigh muscles, which may not get worked as dynamically by standard leg raises. Circles are an advanced exercise and should be practiced with some body English to help activate the entire midsection. Training ideas. This is a demanding exercise if you do it as shown. You need to be quite expert at leg raises already if you want to attempt this variant. Like all bodyweight exercises, you can make things easier by reducing leverage. You can simply bend the legs. But unless you are at least halfway through the 10 steps of the leg raise, there's no point adding extra work like this anyway. Just focus on the basics and get stronger and stronger. We hope you enjoyed this DVD, but more than that, we hope you'll put the lessons in here into practice. Nobody ever got a six-pack from hell by just watching a DVD. You need to get started with these exercises. Not knowing where to start isn't an excuse anymore. Go back to the DVD and start step 1, knee tucks. Do it tonight. If you have any extra questions, go to the forum at dragondoor.com or grab yourself a copy of the Convict Conditioning Manual. Until next time, keep doing those leg raises. We hope you enjoyed this DVD, but more than that, we hope you'll put the lessons in here into practice. Nobody ever got a six-pack from hell by just watching a DVD. You need to get started with these exercises. Not knowing where to start isn't an excuse anymore. Go back to the DVD and start step 1, knee tucks. Do it tonight. If you have any extra questions, go to the forum at dragondoor.com or grab yourself a copy of the Convict Conditioning Manual. Until next time, keep doing those leg raises.